If you want to be closer, you just have to stay. If you wanted space, if you want it, you just have to closer. If you want it, you just have to stay.
Hello, hello, sound test. This is hello.
If you want it, say. If you want it.
look at that. It was right on time. Right on time. Actually got that one right. It was even prepped too with the shit. How about that? It is me, Camer, aka the Nerdy American England, coming back. It's been a while. Been a long break. Been a long break. Been focusing on getting Valium out and really pushing on that. So only really gonna do a short one tonight. Excuse me. Still getting over being sick too. That's also fun. Pardon me. Sorry. Yeah, like I was saying, we got 2 Super Nintendos lined up. I got a couple friends at work. A couple people I know. This is starting soon stuff. That I've offered to help out. That, what do we got? So, we got this Super Nintendo here, which is Mike G's, one of the people I know at work. So we're going to have a look at this one, try to do a Polymod. Oh, I'm out of breath. Also have a second one, and we're going to do an oddball job, actually. I don't know if we're going to get to it tonight or not, but we got a dashboard we're going to change out the LEDs on for another friend at work. So, I don't know. We'll see if we get to that one, but first things first. Let's try this one. So we're going to try to change gears a bit, because I know there for a while we got stuck on VCRs, and then we were doing Valium and such. Man, this camera sucks. Is that better? A little bit better. Sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack. I know we were doing a lot of VCRs, and then lately we've been doing a lot of reruns just to sort of keep active because I know it's been kind of quiet on this front, but it's been just absolutely nuts at work. So make it up to y'all. So anyway, back to the point. We're gonna do a round of Super Nintendos that are known good. So we're sort of starting. I put out a floater up at work and was like, hey, I've got some extra caps. If anybody's got a Super Nintendo, throw it over the fence. We'll do a polymod, clean up for you. So the idea is I got 2 of those. I bought one known good working one from eBay that's supposed to be, guaranteed working, like a little person. Off to the side that's sort of selling, just a couple items. So it's just like a person. It's not like a bulk seller. It's somebody who's just like, hey. So we're going to try to do some working ones to kind of prove a point here. Because the whole point of the episode is it is a bit of a ticking time bomb with Super Nintendos and Segas. Because if you've seen the VCRs after all the episodes, you've seen, how many of those broken ones had bad caps. But we've never kind of seen the other side of the fence, right? We've seen when things go wrong, but we've never seen when things go wrong when they're going right. And the whole point of this is to kind of show you how tumultuous this is with the Super Nintendos, and especially the Segas, because the Sega Genesises, they had 20, 30 plus caps. They're really difficult to recap. There's a lot of work to them. So, point being, I want to pull some caps off here and see what one looks like before it goes, or another one. So this one has been turned on a year ago, but hasn't been turned on since. So we'll see the state of it. I haven't turned it on anything, so we're gonna throw it on the debug cartridge first. So let's just go ahead and do that. So where's my main screen? Oh no, I'm sticking to the ceiling. Oh no. Hang on. Let me turn this around. Otherwise I might get sick. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so let's see what kind of state we're in here. Got everything closed? Yes. All right, so here's the cam. Yeah, so we got an input card hooked up somewhere around here. Yeah, right here. This is it? Yeah, this is it. God, I got too much shit. Yeah, so we got a USB kind of input, and then we're running into the Super Nintendo. So let's see what sort of codes it gives us. So we're gonna pop in a debug cartridge real quick. All right, and since I don't know the state of this thing, and I don't know how long, well, I do know how long it's been sitting, for a year. I don't know what's happened in that year. As these things age, I know when I saw this one, it had a bulge cap, and I don't want this thing frying out on me, especially with it being not mine. So we're gonna hook this up to the dim bulb there. Oh, I gotta bring, you guys can't see it, sorry. Get the dim bulb tester right here. So we're gonna hook this up, so if this thing decides it wants to overload, it's not gonna fry any of the ICs. So, okay. All right, so we got power. Let's move this out of the way. There we go. Okay, ready? Let's turn it on and see what we get. All right, so it should be up. Nothing. nothing. Alright, let's just make sure I got good contact here. So let's pop this cartridge back in. Let's try this again. Anything? Alright, so we got any voltage going through, or is it a dead power supply? Hang on. Where's my meter? My damn multimeter. There it is. Alright, let's see if we got any voltage. Because this bulb is completely dead. There's nothing flowing through it right now at the moment, so. Alright, so we can pretty much kill this since we got no power. I'm gonna switch it to the overhead cam. Bear with me. Looks like this thing might have bit the dust while it was sitting. That sucks. But hopefully it hasn't happened too long ago and hasn't corroded in. So where's the overhead? Is that the overhead? Way up here. Yeah, what's up with my camera, yo? There we go. Okay, so here's the top view. So we got the power on right now, and we got no display. So let's see if we got anything getting to the voltage regulator. See if I can see it where you guys can see it. See, I'm not gonna need this. Borker, we got you in tonight, or you boat? I know it's been a while, so I know you guys rotate out sometimes. Alright, let's see how much voltage we got going through here. Scoot this over. There. Alright, so going in. Got about 2 volts. It's quite low. So it looks like we probably got cap draining it. So yeah, got like 1 volt. So let's turn this off. Let's pop this out. We're gonna take off all the caps and have a look underneath. Maybe we got a corroded trace. Maybe a cap's just finally gone. I don't know. Let's have a look. We're getting voltage to the voltage regulator, so we're gonna go ahead and change that out. Maybe we got a bad voltage regulator. Got a fuse. Actually, let's check the fuse while we're at it. Beeps, yes. Is this thing off? Yeah, but you can't be too safe. Alright, so there's the ground. There's the fuse. It's got a good fuse. So we got middle pin right there. That should be ground. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so ground's good. Power in is good. It's not grounded out. Power out. That's good too. So maybe we got a bad voltage regulator. Maybe we got a couple bad caps. Let's go ahead and pull the caps out and see what it looks like underneath. Interesting, this thing's been powered on in a year and it's gone dead. Shows you how quickly these things can turn. This is why, you know, I really emphasize to people, you know, cap them while you can. Like, seriously, do it and get it over, because like once you start down that road and you end up buying them off eBay, you're just getting another one that's got age to it. You know, that's all you're doing. Alright, so let's get this one out and get it on the rotisserie. Rotisserie. We can turn up the music a little bit, if there is any. There we go. Alright, so let's get this out. Eesh. Little dust bunny scenario going there. We have to clean that out too. So let's get these screws off. Yeah. Alright, Mike, we're gonna sort you out, buddy. See? Glad you checked now. Definitely looks like this one right there is bulged. C59. C59 every time. But that's alright, because we're going to pull it out, change it to non-polarized ceramic SND. Fix that shit long term. No more leaky caps. No more back kick blocking. It's interesting that we pulled a working one and it didn't work. It really like proves my point, you know. These things are just a ticking time bomb waiting to go. And when they go, they go. Sometimes they got fired. You all saw that 2 episodes ago, had a shorted out trace on it, and it was glorious when it went. Funny part is we still got that one working. I actually use that one for fun whenever I'm playing Killer Instinct. Good stuff. Turn that down a little bit. Okay, let's get that shield off. There we go. Look at that. All right, let's get that off there first. Let's deal with the obvious stuff first. There we go, that's better. Reader doesn't look too bad. Alright, did we get all the screws? I feel like there's always one we miss. I feel like it's that one right there. Ooh, this is a good song. I've had this one in my head all week. Bottom's not too bad. I mean, for almost 35 years, you know, could be worse. We'll give that a bleaching later on this week if we get a chance. Stupid things. Forgot about those. Alright, so we got this out now. Let's get it up on the rotisserie. And I don't mean the devil's rotisserie, I mean electronics rotisserie. I still haven't seen anybody rip this one off yet. We're still the only channel doing this one. Little in-house special. Alright, so we're going to set the spring. Alright, we're over here right now. Ugh, I gotta go into London tomorrow. Ugh. I love my job and I love where I work, but I fucking hate London Transit with a fucking passion. Let's pull up to Sevenoaks and sit there for 45 goddamn minutes for no reason, and then just start moving randomly with no explanation and nothing changed. Bastards. Sit on a I shouldn't talk bad, you know, it's not really them. It's people higher up. Food chain. I'm talking about the trains here. Not my job, obviously. Alright. Ooh, bottom side looks good. Looks really good. Alright, let's deal with the grubby factor first. I don't want to be shorting out any of these ICs. So right off the bat, I can tell you that C61 has definitely been replaced because when we look at it, I get a focus going. Oh man, focus. There we go. So this little guy right there is actually, let me get something straight for reference. All right, so this is a straight line. All right, that's a straight line. It's crooked. See? It also has got scratches all over it. Looks like they struggled getting it on. So my first guess being that this was like a came from the wild public, so to speak, was it was probably sent back, refurbed, and resold, or didn't pass the test in the factory and went back and was recapped. Well, I guess we'll never know. It's all speculation, but I have seen them before that have been capped before that were first-time owners, so they had to come out of the box like that. And we're talking people who had these forever, not just got them off eBay, but anyway. All right, so let's get the caps off there and see what it looks like underneath. So we're gonna do all of them at once, since I pretty much have it memorized anyway where they go. So let's get the 50 volts off there first. So we're gonna touch everything up and then pull them at once. So just bear with me. Oop, sorry. I'm also gonna snip that voltage regulator off there before I forget. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got this one. Then we're down here. Get that 47 nanofarad down here, which is never really the problem. It's always 59. Looks like this one's been recapped too. It's crooked as well, see? Alright. Alright. Snip that VR off there before I forget. I've had too much caffeine today. My hands are shaky. Maybe it's just been a while since I've been on the stream. Alright, so there's the voltage regulator out. Looks like this one's been swapped out too. This one's got an MC7805C, which is definitely not stock on these. Interesting. Interesting. I want to get that big fat cap off here first because this thing annoys me, gets in the way. So let's pull this one off first. Let's get that big guy off there. Got a 2-pinner. That's interesting. Sometimes they're 3-pin. All right, so we got right there. All right. Those 2 pins right there. That's that big fat cap. So that's where we be going first. Man, it looks like this one's even been swapped. Nah, maybe not. Yeah, I'm just getting ahead of myself. Alright, let's turn the old soldering iron on. Wake up, Bertha. We gotta solder some shit. be a little better this time. I re-tinned my tip, so hopefully there shouldn't be as much swearing this time. Alright, so let's touch up the rest. So I need to beat all these up before we pull them, because we're going to use the tweezers on them. There we go. So really at this point, I don't really care about saving the cap. I just want to make sure I got enough bead to work with, because they skimp out on these little bastards sometimes. Sorry, I'm trying to manhandle the camera, just trying to get this thing set. Don't really know what that was, but okay. Alright, where's my cup? There it is. Sorry, I'm gonna die of toxic fume exposure. Bear with me. There we go. Okay. How many we got? Those two, we got that one. Alright, so we got the one down here. Right? That one. Alright, so we got this one. And then we'll bust out the crab claws and do the rest. There we go. Alright. Let's break out the pincher. Pull the big cap and then we'll do the rest. Alright, where you at, Senior Claw? I know you're back there. I saw you. Saw you earlier today when I was doing something else. There we go. Outside of my meter, this is probably my second favorite tool in the kit. And, like, it amazes me how many people won't buy these because they're expensive. And yeah, they're expensive, but like not prohibitively expensive. I mean, shit. If you run a shop especially, I mean, it just like translates to time is money and it saves you time. So like really it pays for itself after a couple months. All right. Let's do them all in one run. Let's pull these caps, clean it off, and see what it looks like underneath here. Better pull another lead real quick. Man, we got 48 of you all. Look at that. The bread knights standing strong. This thing's still heating up. It takes forever. Where's that? Freaking, hang on, let me swap my camera. My wall cam. Okay. We hast tweezer. So since we're focusing on this one already, let's just go ahead and pull this one. Hopefully this should be slicker and a lot quicker. Slicker and quicker. Nice. That was quicker. Definitely less risk of pulling a pad too. What was that? Alright, let's pull the next one. Every time. Always C59. There we go. There it is. I knew it. There's one of them that's causing the problem. I can tell you right now. Hang on. Let me reset my grip. It's not a comment I ever thought I'd say. Sorry. Okay, where's the next one? All right, so we're up here now. So we're up to 59 and 60. These are also 59 in particular is the problem child of the whole bunch. So let's try to get a hold of this one. All right, I'm gonna have to drop the camera back a bit though. Bear with me. There we go. That's a little bit better. Continue with a light, a magnifying glass, and a camera, sorry. And a pair of tweezers. There, that's better. Come on. There's one. Last one on that side. This is the one that I'm terrified of. So let's pull that big fat cap first before I forget. Remember that big one here? We're gonna pull that one. Wish me luck, because this is a death cap here. Almost got it. A little bit more. Come on. I got it enough to snip it. That's good enough for me. Where's those clippers? Where's those big fat ones? Yeah. Oh, it's too fat. That cap's a big old broad, so hang on. Let's do this one side at a time. There we go. Dude, that's the size of that bastard. I mean, that won't blow your socks off. 2200 UF, 25 volts. That'll make you think twice. That's early morning stuff, as they say. Alright, now we can get to this little bastard a lot easier. Here, 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 and here, now that this big fat cap's out of the way. Alright. Come here, C59. Alright, this is my unicorn. Yep, electrolyte. I can see it right now. Alright, so we're going to pull these top two up here now. This one's stuck. Alright, let's double back to that one. Woo! It's hot on the balls. Where'd it go? Sorry. Let me get explicit there. Alright, last one. That little bastard right there. I'm gonna re-gum this one. Finally. Woo, that one took a while. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. All the way over here. Sorry. Got this little weird one here that's like a 2.2 nanofarad, 16 volt oddball thing. Right there. That guy. Okay. That guy or girl. However it identifies, whatever it is going away. I gotta pull you guys back a bit. You know what? This is good. Bear with me, I just gotta reset the camera. There. That's better. Alright, so that's where we're at right now. Right there. Boom. That was the last one. Alright, let's clean them off while we got a chance. I'm not going to swap irons because it's just too much of a hassle, and we need to use the other one anyway, but that's the end of the clippers. We don't really need them for anything else. So I'm just going to use them. Clean up all this stuff. So this is the part where we got to pull this back. I need a new light. That's all there is to it. I just need a new light. Alright, so we're going to do this side first. Get them all in the shot. Here. Alright, we're going to do this one, this one, this one, this one, that one, that one. Oh, I still got one left. Shit. Totally missed that one. You're better than that. Alright, now we can clean all these bastards off. Let's start with this guy. His neighbor, his cousin down the street. Looks like he's seen better days. A little more. Let's do these top two up here. Alright, I'm going to be super careful over here because this is probably where the damage is from the leaky cap. So we're just going to take our time. Not really in any rush here anyway. That old ass solder, I can smell it. I can literally smells like the 80s in this office right now. I guess that means cocaine and beards or something, right? Mustaches. All right. Alright, top two. There and there. Bottom, and then the one on the top. And then we can start cleaning them off and see what sort of damage we gotta fix. If there's any at all. May just be the bad cap. Okay, now we got the top one here. Hopefully a simple Polymod swap does it, but we may have to go deeper on this one. That ought to do it. Nope, missed one. Still got C61. Again, almost forgot it. Alright, let's clean it off. See what sort of electrolytic damage we got here, if any at all. What sort of traces, or whatever the case may be. Kill that fan. Alright. Alright, my Kimtech. We're going to scrub it all. Use the Kintex and get all the crap off and see what it looks like underneath. And And then we can figure out if we got to do any repair or not. I really hope it's a simple one. So first things first, let's see the obvious. See C59, because that's what this is all about. That's the one that gives us the most shit. Oh man, why am I on this little tiny ass camera over here again? I just did that whole thing like that. That's so stupid. Rookie. Hang on, let me rotate that. Jesus, I can't believe I just did that. Alright. There we go. Now y'all got a better shot. Okay, so this is the one that I guarantee is going to be the problem first of all, C59. This is always the problem. So let's give that one a good clean. Let's get these down here. 66 and 65. Alright, so yep, we definitely got electrolytic. Just a little bit, but it's definitely on there. I'll show you. Hang on, let me get this. Pull this off and I'll do another pass and I'll show you up close and personal. Alright, so there's a backstory to this, and I'll explain why this happens. And this is actually give you a little interesting story about Nintendo that most people didn't know. Just let me clean this tab. So let me just finish cleaning this and I'll start yakking and I'll tell you what happened and why this happens always with the same cap and what the backstory is and all that. So, alright. Looking pretty good though. All the rest look pretty good. Okay, so why is it always C59? Why is it always... Let me get my pointer. I like to talk with my hands. We all know this. Where's my thing? Also words I never thought I'd say. Let's just use that. Here we go. Here it is. Okay. C59. Right there. So there's actually a backstory to this cap. If you can look, I'll show you what happened. Right there. Okay, see that? All that right there. So this little square here is C59. That's capacitor 59. So the electrolytic leaked out. See this trace right here? And it goes down. And it goes to, I believe, yeah. So this one here, you got that little trace right there, and it goes down and then through that hole. And then you got this big fat trace here that goes over here. Does it go through that one? This one looks different. It looks like the pad has a cross set on this one. Oh, it took damage on both of them. Okay, so there's two things. This right here, that's ground. That's been damaged. Right there to there. So we're going to check that first to make sure we got it ground. Oh, sorry, getting ahead of myself. Let's tell the story. All right. Why is C59 damaged more than anything else? And why is it always C59? So this cap here, C59, runs up out here to this bridge rectifier. Right, see that little wavy line? Means alternating current. This was actually supposed to be installed as a non-polarized capacitor, because as you can see, this doesn't go to ground. This goes to a bridge rectifier, right, which has got the power in going into it. This doesn't go to ground. Since this doesn't go to ground, this shouldn't be a polarized capacitor. Yet, if we were to look to see what was installed, and we were to go here, I actually got it right here. This is one of them. See? It's got that little stripe on the edge right there, that stripe has to go to ground. It's polarized. It is required to go to ground. So what happened was in the factory, millions of these boards. The first, I think I heard it was like two revisions. Basically everything but the one chips. The very, very, very last series, which is extremely sought over. That was the first series where this was fixed. Up until that point, they had a polarized capacitor there, and it shouldn't have been polarized. It should have been a non-polarized capacitor because this doesn't run to ground. This one does, right? If you follow it, that's it right there, and it goes up here to there. You can see there's a screw in it, right? That's ground. This one goes to ground, but this one doesn't go to ground. So this should be polarized. This should not be polarized. So what happens when you install a polarized cap in a way that it's not connected to ground on its negative side? What happens is this bridge rectifier here does its job, right? It's basically like takes the alternating current on two sides and creates one usable current, right? All power supplies have these in some shape or form, either a chip or whatever. So the this doesn't go to ground. This is completely separate. So what happens is current from this, because it's alternating, you see that little symbol, right? This doesn't necessarily just spit out current all the time. It actually alternates. So what happens is it's like imagine water, right? There's like a push and a pull, right? This shouldn't be polarized because imagine it's like a gate that's closed off. This doesn't allow stuff to come back through this way. So stuff can flow through the capacitor here, out, but if it's polarized, it can't come back. This should be non-polarized ceramic. All power supplies have a non-polarized ceramic in it somewhere. So this was actually a flaw at the factory. It was a manufacturer flaw. And when you install that backwards, it puts extra stress on that polarized cap. Because instead of current flowing in one natural way, you've got the occasional one wanting to go the opposite way, and it's not allowed. So it takes an extra stress, which causes it to leak, which leaks on the board, which chews out this trace, which is a ground, which we're going to check now, which is probably dead. And if you're very unlucky, it will chew out that one as well. If you're really, really unlucky, this one up here will also go right next to that surge suppressor right there. That's a voltage suppressor, right? That's the regulator, that's the suppressor. These very frequently, the fire we had on that one episode happened right here. And I'll show you why that episode had happened. Let me scoot this away. If you zoom in here really close to where we had the fire, it was a small fire, but it was right. So that right there, see the line, that's ground, right? So that's going to negative, that's the out. That's the in, right? That runs from the bridge rectifier too. So you got negative and positive sitting right next to each other. And this cap leaked in that episode and leaked chargeable, conductive electrolytic fluid on the board, which ate through the plane to the ground and charged everything. So when we turned it on, we saw a fire right underneath the edge of this chip. So that just goes to show you how close it was. And what happens when you install shit the wrong way is 30 years later, you come back, and that's what happens. So this one's good. Mike lucked out there that this one was all right. It's just this grounding one here that took the hit. So what we're going to do is we're going to check it, see if it's still grounded. It's probably not. If it's not, I'm going to scrub it with a toothbrush, and I'm going to neutralize all that electrolytic fluid that's still sitting on the surface. And then I'm going to grind this down, grind it out, and I'm going to run a jump from here over to there, and then I'm going to cover it in UV. So let's see if we actually got any conductivity between that negative side and ground. We should, but I'm betting you we don't. So where's my meter? Oh, you guys get to see me use my grinding pen this episode. Assuming I charged it. Where's my damn meter? Yes. Sorry. Alright. This almost sucks. Alright. Let's see if we got the bleeps first. Alright, so here's why. I'll show you as an example just what I'm talking about. Alright, watch this. Here's two caps here, right there. So that line, that's the negative side, right? So this always goes to ground because it's going to be all of these caps were polarized. So if I check here and go here, this should beep, right? That goes to ground. That does not, right? That goes to the bridge rectifier, I think. That's like one of the filter caps, right? This also goes to ground, so it beeps, right? This one doesn't, so it shouldn't. This left side pin here, that's the big feeder cap. That's negative. That should go to ground. See? So here's where it gets interesting. There's that path to the bridge rectifier, right? There's the ground. So this should go to ground. If I touch it, it should beep. And it does beep. Okay? This one should not beep. This is an in. We're good there. This one should not ground, and it shouldn't beep. Right. Now here's what's really interesting. This one beeped. It's got the flat side. So this one should beep, right? It's got the flat side. Watch this. Nothing. Right? Where does it go? It goes to this one of this pin on the bridge rectifier. So if I go here, it should beep. There we go. That should not be polarized, but it is. So that's problem number one. We're going to put a non-polarized cap there. So problem two, we need to see why wasn't this thing powering on? I'm betting it's just the caps because this should go to here. Get the light back on this. Alright, so this goes to here, yes. And this goes to here. Yep. So where's this one go to? Okay, so I don't think we need to grind this out. I'm getting a good ground here. So I think in this case we're just okay to neutralize it. It looks like it didn't eat up enough to actually damage the board. Ooh, I got a little spot here though. I don't want this shorting out. So yeah, that looks good. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so let's scrub it with a toothbrush and let's neutralize the electrolytic fluid. And then maybe we'll go ahead and just start doing the caps. This is going to be a bit of a work in progress, but that's alright. Well, yeah, it's okay. Let's clean that last bit on the corner we missed. Alright, so let's break out the toothbrush. The super brush. Ugh. That sounded like a whole lot of screws falling. Alright, so let's give this electrolytic fluid a good scrub down. Otherwise this stuff will keep eating through the board. So this is the part where when it comes off, it can sometimes take the trace with it. But unfortunately, it's got to be done, because if we don't do this, it's going to just keep eating through the board. Definitely looking better. Alright, one more pass. Just in case there's any up there, give it a little scrub. Okay, so let's make sure we still got a good continuity, and then we'll start cleaning this thing up. Quick hands. Quick hands. Good thing we caught it in time, Michael. Because, sorry, Mike. I don't know why I keep calling you Mike. My boss is one of my bosses. It's a good thing you caught it in time because if this thing had sat for much longer, it would probably be a whole lot more hands-on than just swapping out the cap. Once these things go, man, they go fast. Okay, let's get the voltage regulator pads cleaned off since we've got to do that one now. So that's going to be these OGI pins here, which is the ground, middle, yes, that one right there. Come on. Damn camera. I'm telling you, if I ever get a hold of a chunk of money, I'm gonna get like a crazy freaking camera. I'm gonna put on the ceiling. It's like Axis and just be done with cameras. I'm so tired of moving this thing manually. All right, so let's get these off first. All right, where's my tweezers? Bam! Oh shit! What's up, buddy? Sorry, I just saw your message. Oh man, it's been a while. How you been, buddy? Oh, last time you were here, we were doing VCRs. We're doing Super Nintendo tonight. Got a friend we're helping out up at work. It's we're getting voltage, no power, so pulled all the caps off and it had some electrolytic damage. It was not happy. So we're trying to sort that out now. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for asking. Glad to hear you're doing well. I was wondering how you were doing. I was thinking about you the other day. Yeah, I figured you guys would have been tired of the VCRs. We did that for like a year, so, and I kind of ran out of tapes and was running out of space for them anyway, so I kind of took a break. Sorry for the stuff here. Just gonna clean this up anyway. Yeah, we may have to do some tracer repair, but I think we're okay. Getting pretty. I think we're getting a little. I think we've come quite a long way from the old Alpine amp trace repair days. I think we're getting there. I know that last one was quite scary. It had like a hair trace on it, basically. No, it's all right. Don't worry. No worries. No, I'm always happy to hear you, but if you don't have to say it, it's all good. I understand. I understand. Yeah, but make sure you always do. I think I might have made you mod the last time you were in, so you should be. If you're not a mod, you will be next time you come in. I'm trying to make all the original members mods now. Oh, stop moving. All right, let's get it from the other way because I think there's still some flux in there. Hit pro look. That's funny. I end up finding out I'm like lurking on other people's channels and they're lurking on mine at the same time, and we're like, I'm lurking. I'm like, well, dude, I'm lurking on yours. Like, well, what are you actually doing? I'm doing something. There's one that felt come loose. Oh, thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. You know, you're old school, man. You're like one of the original first wave peoples, man. We always appreciate you. You were there when we were still fumbling around, breaking more shit than we were fixing. There we go. There's one. How about number two? You gonna come out number two? Or you gonna make me work for it? It's gonna make me work for it. Oh no, it didn't. Came right out. Okay, maybe I'll ask nicely. You gonna come out? Or you gonna make me work for it too? Maybe just pop off. Give old man Kamer a good chance of. Oh, I saw it. I saw it. Yes. Go, go, go. No! No! Yeah, appreciate it. Oh, nice. You know, I try to keep it a little bit educational if I can. I mean, as much knowledge as I can ever partake onto this world, but yeah. We've always appreciated you. Always appreciated you, ma'am. Alright, I got a needle I might have to break out for this part. I don't know what it's about these VRs. They don't like to go through cleanly. Neither does the freaking super cap either. That thing doesn't come off easily. Oh wait, I can still pull that one from the other side. Nice. Okay, so there's number three. So it means I just need to open this one back up. The beast of a cap. Oh yeah, I bet that was a beast. Yeah, I bet that was scary. Woo! Man, those overhead ones are like, I bet that thing was like a bucket. It's crazy. Props on doing that one, man. Anything over like 2200, I'm terrified of it. Nice. Very nice. Ooh, there we go. Oh, nice. The old flow-over trick worked. Didn't have to use the needle. Yeah, man, those overhead, the fans, the overhead extractors, fans, those are some big caps, man. Those are the ones that are like that big around. It's crazy. Nice. Props on that one, dude. Okay, so got a nice clear path for the voltage regulator now. Have a look there. See? 1, 2, 3. Nice and pretty, all the way through. So let's do the super cap now, which is this one. And this has got leaded old solder in it, so these are always a real biatch to do. So I'm gonna fat spicy caps. Yeah, nice. I'm gonna start using that whenever there's mushrooms on anything. I'm gonna start going fat spicy caps. Henceforth and forever. Alright, let's see how quickly we can get this one before it runs through. This thing always has lead in it. Like always. It gets like halfway down in there and it like kind of stops. Maybe we get lucky tonight. And this is where I definitely need the needle. See what I mean? It's the lead. Oop. Always the lead. Wow, got that one without the needle. That's a first. Alright, let's just rehop this one. Give it the old 1-2 Boy Scout try. lead melted. Came out that time. I saw it. I seen it. Oh, man, don't be like that. Your brother did it just fine. See what I mean? Just kind of gets shitty with me. I ended up just having to get an old pen, like an old cap, or a resistor. Yeah, that'll work. Just jam it in there. Come on. See how quickly that shit sets? That's crazy. There we go. Alright. Now I'll rebuild it and then pull it out. Should do the trick. There we go. Alright, now it should come out. Let's try this again. Get in there. There we go. See what I mean? Even like right on it, it still doesn't want to do it. I just have to take what I can get. Bitch about it, isn't it? Always that fucking right side, isn't it? Sorry, I got it that time, didn't I? There. Woo! See how much came out of the front in the process. Ah, that's why. Little nugget sticking out. Alright, so I don't want to piss it off and have it come back through the other side because I actually got it clearance now. So we're going to kind of just give it a little nudge. Didn't even need to do that. Phew. Fucking lead every time. Good enough. Alright. See why I complain about those big caps, man? That left one is fine. It's that right terminal. They just fill that thing up with lead. Okay. Got a little house cleaning to do. That Kintech hardwood. Love these Kintechs. Love it. So this thing should be about ready to button up now. We just gotta put the new VR on, put the new big cap on. We'll do the surface caps first. Since everything's off, it's easier to get to now. Alright, let me go ahead and do a... Oh, shit. Can't even see it. I wonder how long you all been staring at the screen. Yeah, back in the day, it's been a while, but it's starting to come back to me now. Back in the 90s. So I'm going to do a full run on these caps. Watch this. There's so much flux in here from back in the day. Watch this. You can already see it like turning brown. Yeah, I think it was like back in the early 2000s. I used to kind of do the same thing, Polymod swap over, but they were a lot harder to get the components for back then. Look at that, you can even see the test pads now. See the test pads? Right there. Right there. Right there, right there, right there. Those are all test pads. I would love to get the service manual from Nintendo on what those pad readings should be. That would be amazing. But that's not gonna happen. Should probably get sued just for mentioning Nintendo's name. Yeah, so we're looking pretty good. It's all good. Looks like that big fat cap leaked a little too. Cool. Alright, let's start doing some surface caps. So we're gonna do the obvious ones first, which is okay. So we're gonna do that one, that one, that one, and that one. I'm gonna save that one for last. Actually, I'm gonna do that one first because that's it. That's gonna be the non-polarized cap swap up. So we'll do that. Let's do that one first because that one's actually interesting. You'll like how I do this one. Bam! Watch this. Where's my kit? This is funny. This is a trick I learned back in the day. Alright, so first of all, just a new cap for the feeder. Look at this. Look at the difference 30 years makes. I'll do it under here. That's 30 years ago. That's modern. It's like tall and skinny now. Okay, so we're gonna go tantalum on 2, polymer on the rest, minus the 1, which is non-polarized, which is gonna be a SMB ceramic, if I can find it. Oh, that's tantalum. Where are my ceramic cups? Oh, that's polymer. There we go. This is a good one, shit. Uh-oh. What was that? Yeah, definitely moved on for sure. Longer lives, better temperature, sort of temperature tolerances. Alright, watch this. You're gonna like this first one. Alright. So 59's gotta be the one that's non-polarized. So we're talking that one. So we're just gonna put a big ass ceramic one right in its place. For one, it just makes it a hell of a lot easier to work with when I'm doing the other caps, and for two, they just got better. They're just better response, ceramic ones. Especially since we're talking power supply anyway, so. Let's drop this down a little bit. Nope. Desk actually moves again. It's great what happens when you don't have tons of shit on your desk. Alright, so. Let's drop this one in. I did it the other day and got it to work, so hopefully I can do it again. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's knock it down. See why I got that big cap out of the way? This is like literally impossible if you don't do it that way. Alright, where's my big tool? There we go. Alright, there's one. You ever seen one drop a non-polarized ceramic on a polarized surface cap? Yeah, it is when you see it actually catch. That's like the greatest feeling in the world when it's like, and it just like pulls right onto the pad. It's the best. Alright, can you see that one? Alright, so this shot should be easy now, watch. Bloop. And then just give it a little tap up there. Bloop. And just give it a tap. Just give it a little tap. Boom. So there we go. Now we have a non-polarized ceramic SNB, where it was a polarized electrolytic SNB cap. So there's one down. We got good grip on it. What do you think? What do you think, Borker? Let's get some focus just to make sure. I think that looks, yeah, looks good to me. Alright, so let's get the one next to it now. Now this one's going to be a hell of a lot easier. Oh, good. Thanks. It's always good to have a second opinion. So, thank you, sir. Alright, so now this is where we need those 50 volt 10 nanofarad, right? Check this out. You'll like this too. 50 volt 10 nanofarad, yeah. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Check this out. This is my favorite part of the Polymod. Not only does it change the type, but look at the cap. Purple caps. I love it. They're like purple. And then the other ones are red, which is even cooler. damn spring. It might be. It might be. It's actually, I think, the camera. There we go. I mean, anything's possible. This is why it's a new desk, because the actual one, the last one was pretty bad. It was starting to lean and all kinds of stuff, but yeah. It might be. You might not be wrong. Alright, so we gotta flatten this one out. There. Nice. There's one. Oh, sorry. You guys can't see that. There we go. Nice. There's one. Like a glove. There's two. That one was right on the money, too. Okay, so let's do this little guy next. That was a little tricky, damn. I might do a reset on this one. Just kidding. Come on, don't be like that. There. Ah, no. Ew. What the hell happened there? Yeah, like a glove. That's definitely up high up on my list too of my favorite quotes from him. That's funny. I'm glad you caught that. There. No, it's still short. All right, I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna clean the pad and do this over. I don't want to screw this one up. You only get so many passes on these and the pad comes up. All right, back to the basics. All right, we're gonna position this first, then drop it. Drop it like it's hot. Come on. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. All right. Now be a good capacitor and just click down the board and don't go flying across the room and we be good. There we go. Perfect. Good. Good, good. You got that in my head now, Borker. Like a, I mean, it was already there, but like now it's like there. Like a glove. Crack me up, dude. All right, let's get this other side. Should have enough left over to get it on the. Yeah. Notice how we're paying special attention to how we're placing these because that line, remember, always needs to go straight line, straight line. You place these backwards and it's going to be a bad day for you. So, look at that, Borker. You see how much good work we all do together? Look at that. Nothing. No movement. Stick with me, guys. Stick with me. Guys and girls, sorry. Alright, we're gonna go for the one underneath now. How's that top one look? Yeah. And man, I think I'm starting to get these SMB caps down. See how it shifted? Did you see that? That's why you always do that push down. It was actually not down all the way. That follow up is so important. All right, this one's a little tricky. This one's really fucking tricky. I think I have to come at it from the left. Whew, that's a tricky one. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I've been doing a lot of these off stream lately, so I've been getting a lot of practice. I think we're getting, yeah, they just take those tweezers, make all the difference, don't they? But once you get them nice and clean pads, it really, like, it doesn't guarantee the whole thing, do they? Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Bottom one. Okay, so that's a different rating down here. This one's a 47 nanoferrite, so we're gonna do this one up here. These two are different, and these actually have red caps, which is cool. So let's put in the last purple one. Got that one right there. Thank you, sir. Hey, Boat! Oh man, got Bam and Boat. How's it going, man? Have not seen you forever. How are you, sir? Hope things are well. Hope things are well. Wow, got the whole crew out. Popped in, popped in. Picked up a little. Oh, nice. They were the solder tweezers, really. If you picked those up there, you got really lucky. That's excellent because those things are so expensive. Nice. You're doing good. Good. I'm glad to hear that, Boat. Glad to hear. I was wondering about you the other day, so hoping you're still around and doing well. Channel's grown a little bit. Been doing a lot of advertising for the game, and the spillover has been coming into the channel, so it's actually quite nice. Nice little surprise. All right, so actually let's do the front one. The one on the right's a bit easier, so let's do that one first. Yeah, if you pick those tweezers up at little, props, man, because those things are so handy. I don't know how I ever got by without those. Okay. Picked up some solder wick and tip tinner. According to the label. Did it look like this? Did it look like that? I was dubious as well. It does work. It just looks like a block of sand, but it really does work. I had to tin mine as well. It'd been forever since I'd done it, and it was so overdue. There were so many hours on this thing. That's hilarious. You know, it is a bit dubious, isn't it? It's a scary market. That's hilarious. Okay, so we gotta tap this one down now. We gotta do it sideways. I want to put pressure on unevenly because it goes flying if you do. There we go. There we go. I saw it that time. Okay, let's do the other side. It melts away like ice at the end of your solder. Yeah, it is. It just melts away. That caught me off guard too. I was just like, what the hell? Is it salt water? Because it did kind of smell like salt water a little bit, didn't it? Can't get a good angle on this thing. There we go. There we go. You ain't going nowhere now, are you? Where are you going? Nowhere. Ooh, that was hot. Where are you going? Nowhere. Super funny, not how you would imagine. So, yeah, it caught me off guard too. I was really like, should I be exposing my expensive soldering iron to this? But it was fine. You're right. It did the job because nothing was sticking all of a sudden, and I was like, what the hell? All right, so that one's good. Let's do this 47 down here. Let's see the handiwork so far. Our nice, beautiful purple caps. So here's the job so far. What have we got? Make sure we don't have anything backwards. Yeah, so we got that one, that one, that one, this one, which is now non-polarized, and that one. Finding out what. Oh, no worries, no worries. I got this stuff after having a recap the ECU, not having any wicks, so getting the caps through the holes. Took hours, yeah. Big thanks for that with finding out what caps I need. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Glad to help. Glad to help. Always happy to help with any electronics headaches people might be experiencing. I think we're a little bit dirty on the board, so let's give it a clean, just before we forget. A little bit dirty. Let's do some cleanup. Got a good track to do it too. It's the first time I actually did depth repairs of something electrical. It's a great feeling, isn't it? It's you know, they teach you the electronics part, but like the repair part is very methodical almost, but it's repetitive, and they kind of don't teach enough about like diode mode and tracing stuff and like sort of using, you know, everything but the schematic. They're just sort of like forcing the schematic on you. And they're not really like letting the kids think, or letting people think, I should say. Yeah, I'm glad to see you coming along, man. Glad to see it. I mean, you were already obviously capable, but, you know, it's great to see people branching out. You know, gotta switch it up. Can't get too comfortable. Otherwise, I'd be doing VCRs forever, right? And then, but you know what? Like, VCRs are a great jumping point. Because these Super Nintendos, you look at these are like nothing compared to what we've been doing. I mean, this is just a little tiny square board with a handful of microcontrollers and a, you know, that's sorry, but nothing like trying to repair 40 electronics. Yeah. It's a bit tumultuous, right? Because you never know what you're going to get out the other end. It may just not work because it's old and it's already broken. This one wasn't booting when we got it. This was a complete, like, no power. Fairly certain we got it sorted. I know from an electrical perspective it's got conductivity, so we should be good there. I'm so OCD with that flux that gets under those plastic pads. I'm so easy. I can see it like glimmering in the light and I can't get to it and I just end up like chasing my tail. Yeah, so it's looking pretty good so far, right? There we go. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 done. Let's have a look-see here, see what the board looks like from the side. Alright. Wishing those two were just a little bit cleaner. I guess I'll take what I can get. So the panels, so soldering all the individual panels. Yeah, then it becomes mechanical, right? Instead of like methodical. It should always be a bit methodical, shouldn't it? Yeah, we might as well go the whole way and just finish this thing tonight. We only got 2 more caps plus the big cap and then the voltage when we're done. So fuck it, let's just finish it. Alright, we're gonna do this one now. $47. This is the 47 UF one, I think. Yeah, this is that oddball one. So this is going to be a tantalum one because the sizing is really strange and I didn't want to do it with the other ones. So this is going to be a square tantalum cap. 4716. This one just barely fits. This was the smallest package size that they sold. Watch this. Is there a way to solder a wire to a ribbon cable? Yes. You're gonna have to use the grinding pen and like grind it, and then get like a really small like wrapping wire, like a transformer wrapping wire, that really fine stuff. Solder it to there, and then use the masking fluid to hold it down, or like some silicone adhesive, and then because the problem is you can solder it to it, but it's gonna want to peel off really easily, so you're gonna have to protect the thing. The grinding pens, they're really cheap. Man, they're so much fun to do. I love burnt traces. I feel like it's an abomination to admit that out loud. I love doing trace repair. It's so much fun. Plus you get a real sense of like repair, because you're like, this thing was catching on fire before I did this, you know, and now it's a perfectly happy, you know, healthy Super Nintendo. All right, here we go. So here's what's going to get you in trouble here, okay? And I just want to point this out, so if anybody's like does this and rooms are really small, can't see. Yeah. So I'm going to point this out for one reason. I don't want anybody watching this and then doing it and then not just like going by the same status quo and starting a fire. Okay, so the first thing I want to point out is tantalum and solid capacitors, the stripe is not negative. Okay, I want to say that again. It is not negative. The stripe is positive, not negative. Okay, so that stripe, if you were to put it on there, a cap goes bad when you hook it up wrong ways. But man, you want to see some shit, look at a tantalum. Look up a tantalum capacitor explosion. They are hardcore, hardcore. I just shove the front of the server right in the corner of the room, and that's where the power button is. This is the problem with the computer and all the USB inputs. I can't reach the damn things. Gotta cram my fat arm in there. Okay, so line side is negative, short side is positive, so it needs to go like this. And this thing is just enough room. Like it's a tight squeeze, but we can get it. Okay, so that's about right there. Let's put this tantalum cap on there. Oop, she shifted. Oh, she's a shifty. See, oh, oh, don't do that. Whew. Getting a little squirrely there for a second. Yeah, so it's just the right size. Any bigger, it wouldn't have worked. Next time I'll try to get smaller ones. Man, these things were fucking expensive. $2 a pop for these things. Yeah, the tantalum stripe. Yeah, be careful. Let me show you a video in a minute, man. It is when these things blow, they're massive. Like white hearts. It throws white hot sparks too. Hang on. Just while we're on the subject, I want to show you. This is what a tantalum looks like when it goes. Watch this. Let me hide this. Watch this. Look, second one down. There's a reason that people look this up. Watch this. These things don't fuck around, dude. Watch what happens when a tantalum goes. Watch this. Watch this. That's the tantalum right there. Here it goes. Watch. That's only 1.8 volts, but they're overloading it. That was quite big for a capacitor. Watch this. That's flames, like actual flames. And normally another cap goes out, you get smoke, right? This one's, I mean, look at that. Bam, white hot too. So yeah, that's why I wanted to mention that. Yeah, if you're gonna do this, make sure you got the cap facing the right way. That stripe needs to go. Oh, the magic, magic scope. Yeah, it's just smoke with the other caps. That's all it is. But with the tantalum ones, it's different. It doesn't work like that. It's a big ass boom, and there's actual fire too. So if that happened inside of an electronics unit and you didn't know it, somebody's having a bad day. I think out of alcohol. Yeah, so y'all learned something today. Pay attention. I think tantalums are the only capacitor that has the stripe backwards. I think all the rest of them it is normally negative or no stripe at all if it's non-polarized. But those, yeah, that's a different story. So this thing's going to be all solid caps minus the feeder. This thing will be good forever. Next time a cap goes bad, it won't take the board out with it. All right, so there's the tantalum one. All right, we got placed all electric in the ECU, which did help the problem I was having with my carboners. Yeah, so you have to be careful when you do the poly, like when you swap a solid for a non-solid, because depending on where you're changing it, it can have a different effect than you're expecting. Ow, damn belt. And what I mean by that is we're changing these are all in the power supply, right? So things like, ESR, equivalent series resistance, and like what's the other thing, slew rate, stuff like that don't really matter because this is like the feeder section. But when you get higher up in the chain, and like you say, for example, like a capacitor is being used as like a filter or a buffer like in video or audio, and you swap that out, that will change the resistance of the circuit and you can get a little bit of weird stuff going on. I think it might be bad with it being 40 years old. Caps, obviously, especially in the power supply, electrolytic ones obviously are a good place to go. Voltage regulators are a good place to go. MOSFETs are a good place to go. MOSFETs especially are really sensitive to getting temperature. If they ever get overheated, they usually go bad the first shot, and that's why it's usually the MOSFETs that go bad on them. Um, Send me a picture. Yeah, I'm happy to have a look, and I'll give you some input because there's a couple other things going, but the bulk of your problems are always going to be, you know, power obviously related. Um, but you know, not frequently isn't always, is it? So, you know, yeah, send me a picture. I'll have a look. All right, so now we got that one. This is that weird one. This is that 2.2 nanoferrite one. That's strange. This is, you know how hard this one was to find in tantalum? Phew. All right, is this it? That's 25 volt, 33. Oh man, I'm down to my last two. Shit, I gotta order some more. Shit, is that really the last two I got? It's 25 and 33. It's 50 and 10. 47 and 16. That's the cap. Shit, I'm gonna have to order some more tomorrow. Fuck. Fuse, cap. Here's the one I'm looking for. Oh man, really? Shit. Means I can't do the other one. I can do this one, I just can't do the other one. Ain't that a bitch? Got two caps left to the other one. Honestly, I think that might be the problem. And it's reading input voltage wrong, which is making stuff go haywire. Yeah. Yeah, that would be, yeah, your voltage regulators and your MOSFETs particularly can, when they go, or if something in front of them goes, it can go all kinds of weird. All right, so we got another tantalum we're gonna pop in here. The 2.2 nanofarad tantalum, to be exact. Those are fun to find. Man, I'm gonna get freaking reamed on import tax. I hate ordering small batches. The frequency of an input signal. Yeah, that can definitely vary based on the ESR and the type changing. That can have a knock-on effect. Uh-oh, did I just knock that thing? Oh, I didn't. Okay. Okay. So this one, so you got the plus. They actually marked it. They're a little bit better about it. So do that one first. This one's actually pretty easy because it's smaller. Okay, there's one. Turn this down just a tad. There we go. All right, so we're gonna do this side right here now. Right there. Okay. Looks good to me. Feels pretty solid to me. Yep. Cool. There's another one. Okay, so now we got the last two of these two, which are gonna chew them up. I guess I got the Panasonics, but they're not solid, but it's not really gonna be a Polymod if I do that. So check these out. You'll like these. Watch this. Where's the thing? There. So the other two are purple. These two are red. Check it out. Watch this. Look at that, red caps. So we're gonna have purple, red, and solid. the whole rainbow, don't we? Kitty, is that you out here? It is you. Oh no, we got the bug kitty in the house. I don't know how I feel about that with the soldering iron in my hand. Kitty, is that you? It is. I can hear him sniffing around. What you doing, Babaluga? You're a liability, dude. Yeah, you wanna say hi to the camera? Come here. Come here. Say hi. Come here. Oh, bug kitty. Oh, come say hi to the camera. Come here. There, you wanna say hey? You wanna say hey? Say it over there. No, not at me. Over there. Look. Oh, he's such a pretty kitty. Yes. All right, I got stuff to do. I got a hot soldering iron in my hand, buddy. I'm sorry. Oh, there you go. Go on. Go frolic with your buddies. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think these are easier than the VCRs. It's crazy. They really are. Like, I never thought I'd say that, but actually I'm starting to prefer SMB caps. Let's scoot this down just a smidgel. Might have to stand up for this one. This back one is hard to get to, so let's do this one. There we go. Probably should have checked that other side before I did that. Seems all right. So I just pull the camera back. Yep, that one's good. All right, one more on that side. Then we do the big cap, and then we do the voltage regulator, and then we see if this fixed it. So, did fly through that one. I mean, I was actually talking a lot. If I hadn't been talking, it would have been even faster. It's all right. I don't mind. Come on. Give me some focus, man. Be some focus, man. There. It's not easy being my camera, apparently. All right. Red caps. All right, we're gonna learn from our last lesson and do the back one first this time. See if I can use the, I was gonna say if I can do this off the camera alone, but I don't think that's gonna be possible. one. Maybe a little bit too much. Let's pull some back. There we go. That's better. Okay, there's that one. Let's do the voltage regulator, the big fat cap, and then we're done. So let's clean this up. Man, I hope I'm not on call this week. This last week was like hardcore to the core. I had my lead out this week who's very good at what he does, so I had to suffer because he was out. I wouldn't say suffer, that's kind of a mean way to say it, but like, he is quite good at what he does, so whenever I have to back him up, it's quite stressful. And then I had like a massive freaking monitoring issue that I had to deal with that was quite hardcore. All right. So, we got voltage regulator, fat cap here, and we're done. So let's do the voltage regulator. I got a big old stack of these bad boys too. Oh, you'll like this, Bam. Watch this. Look at the size of this thing Mauser sent me, dude. Look at this. Oh my god. Look at that. That is what, here we go. That is what 75 voltage regulators looks like. Jesus. Oh, too many, too many. I just need one. Just one. There we go. Right? It's huge. I mean, dude, how do you like, how does that fit into any lab person's desk anywhere is beyond me. But it's all good. Yeah, so what we're going to do is, so the new cap is a little bit taller than the old one, so we can't put the shielding back on. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop the, like a high-end MOSFET cooler onto the voltage regulator, you know, and then it'll be all good. So we don't have to put the shield back on. So there's the VR right here. So let's do that one. So this one's a little squirrely. And when I say that, there's a reason. So I've got to fit this on to see where the damn thing goes onto before I can mount it. So let's go ahead and put the screw on this one. Oh, don't be like that. There we go. Yeah, so we're going to be going like that. Okay. So let's do this one right. We just got to tack it down on one side. I don't feel like holding it the whole time. Oop, sorry. So we're right there. There. Now we got to get tack on it. I don't have to sit there and hold the damn thing. Damn, it's cold in here. I don't even want to know what that was. Gonna pretend like I didn't hear that. Okay. Let's finish off this voltage regulator. A little bit more. There we go. All right, there's the VR. Okay, how do we look? It's pretty good to me. God, I hate this. I need to get a camera with a light in it. Just save myself the headache. There we go. OGI, right? OGNI. Boom. Okay. Here's the VR. Now we just got the fat cap and we're done. Let's do the fat cap. So this hole from earlier isn't all the way through, so I had to kind of open it up a bit. Okay. Negative, negative, positive, positive. Right there. Yeah, super fat caps, right? Fat caps. Not these weird SMB ones that may or may not make you regret that you started doing them. There we go. That's it. Let's clean them up. Dude, what was that? You know what? Don't know, don't care. Let's just get this cleaned up and see if it worked. Alright. Ooh, this is exciting. This was a good one, although we didn't have to do any trace repair, so I only get partial credit. That's not, I mean, I guess technically we wouldn't have to because this is a working unit originally. All right, let's hook up the debug cart and see where we're at. So we're just gonna do like a minimal case install. So here's how many caps we did in the end. Where's our PAL? There's our victory PAL right there. Plus that and that. So that's our scrap pile. That's how much we did just in that one run. Look at the fat cap. Look at that. That thing's about full too. The bloop cup. That's like the second one we've done too. All right. Moment of truth. Woo! That could have been bad. Better put that pin on the end to stop it from coming off. Alrighty. Like I said, we're not gonna do like a full install. So check out the sexy new voltage regulator, sexy new cap, new row down there, new one here, new one there. Ready to rock and roll. All right. Where's the that one and that one? That's all we really need are these two for the start, and then the power switch. So let's start with that. Yeah, I know, right? Sorry. All right, I'll just do this real quick so we don't keep you all in suspense forever. I'm just as eager to see this one as you because this was a no power, and I want to make sure my associate at work is sorted out. So make sure this is good. Oh, is that backwards? It is backwards. Okay, there's that. There's that. Let's just do a light screw down. There's a chance that we may have to take it apart again. So just need the two there, and then that should be enough. I'm not going to force these because they're plastic either. Sorry, I know my hand's in the way. Just knock off this crap with a toothbrush real quick. Okay. So we're going to have to switch back to the main because I got to hook up the camera again. Okay, here we go. So we're going to hook this thing up to the dim bulb tester because I don't want to blow this thing if there is something that's weird about it. So first things first, let's get this hooked up. And then we can rock and roll with it. Don't need the top yet. Don't know what that was either, but that's okay. Alright. Okay. Is that off? Yes, that's off. Alright, so we're already hooked up to the dim bulb tester. So if something goes funky, the light bulb will take the kick and it won't fry the unit. Okay. Is that everything? Alright, here we go. Got power that. Got a remote. And we need the debug cartridge as well. So where's the camera? Here we go. Cartridge. Oh, need a power switch, don't I? Okay. Here we go. Hmm. Nothing still. No light at least. Clean off this switch. Maybe it's shorting something out. Is that on? Yeah, that's on. Yes. Hmm. Still nothing. I'll bypass the light bulb just in case. It flickered. Why did it flicker and then go off? Let's find out. Hmm. Maybe we do have to do some trace repair. Ugh. That's why I didn't screw it down. It flashes. Wah, wah. We're gonna have to do some trace repair. That sucks. But it's 11:30 and I gotta go to London. I'll show you what it should have done. This is one of the other ones I've done modded. Been done. I think that one's been done. Modded, clean, pictured, and tested. Yeah, so this one's done. This is the same modification. Let's go back to the overhead. There. Where's the damn overhead? Oh, I don't have it. Shit. Anyway, this is the same exact mod. Literally. And this is what it's supposed to do. Yeah. Sorry. There. Alright, so whenever they normally work. Yeah, well, this wasn't even my unit, so that means it's got more work. There we go. That's what it's supposed to do. Same mod and everything. So it means we've got to do some trace repair on that one. Although, it might have something else going on. Alright. This is one I did yesterday. This is so cool. Watch this. Oh, shit. There we go. Watch this. This thing is so cool. It'll go through the cartridge and it'll talk to every chip. Look at this. Isn't that cool? So it's talked to all the chips. Now it just does a burn in and it just flies in and goes it just throws a bunch of images at the chips and stuff and tries to overload them. So that one works, right? Same one, same mod, same everything. Obviously it's doing a burn in test. It just does a bunch of weird shit, right? so same cartridge, same mod. And everything definitely looks good. Negative. That's good. And it wasn't starting in the first place, so it's not like this. Alright. Nothing. You know what? This is a good opportunity to try something. I've been actually waiting for an excuse to do this for a long time. All right, watch this. You're gonna love this. Oh, I've been waiting for this forever. Watch this. All right, where's the overhead? There we go. Okay. All right. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. All right, watch this. Ah, got it too. Ooh, this is gonna be good. So I got a thermal camera. So we're gonna hook this bad boy up and see what's getting hot. That's gonna save us a lot of headache. Just take this out of the case, don't I? All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn this on and I'm gonna run the thermal camera and I'm gonna see what's getting hot. Hopefully that will help us narrow it down. So just to show you all what it looks like before. This is gonna be so cool. All right, so there we go. Got a nice thermal camera. See, so anything that's shiny is gonna show up as hot because it puts off, it radiates heat obviously if it's shiny, because that's the whole point anyway. All right, so put this down here. Okay, ready? So we're gonna turn it on. We're gonna see what gets hot. Ready? Let's get it in the right spot. All right, so we're sort of facing right here. That's what we need to look for. So I'm gonna turn this on and we're gonna see if something gets hot. Ready? So right off the bat, I can see right there. See that red circle? Boom. See that? Right there? See how it's cooling off now? See how it's now like getting cool. Watch, I'll turn it back on and it'll get hot again. Watch. See it getting hot? Right there. So that's the bridge rectifier. I think we've got a bad rectifier on this one. I'm betting we do. I've got a spare we can put the resistance on and check it, but I'm betting it's a bad rectifier because that thing was getting really warm. Nothing else nearby was getting hot, but that one was. So I'm gonna have to pull that one off, but I don't have enough time to do it tonight because it's late and I gotta get to London tomorrow. So this is supposed to be a quick swap job. Apparently isn't such a simple thing. Now we're gonna have to screw around with the voltage regulator, trace some voltages, figure out where the path is broken, all that shit. So anyway, yeah, I've had that thing for a year. I've never got an excuse to use it. I've had it for a year because all of our VCRs, we know what's wrong with them. Whenever we don't get a power on, we know the caps. Like, so we've never really had a good reason, and we couldn't put it on the board anyway to do it. So like with these, we can throw them on the rotisserie and turn them on and get a good look. So I think we'll fix this one. We just need to do a little work. It's getting voltage, but I don't feel like tracing it back. But I'm betting if we get back here, we're not going to get any voltages at all. So it's almost there. We just need to fix it. She's done. So I think we're going to call it a night, though, because I'm really tired. And like I said, I got to catch a bus into London. So that's going to suck. And I got to order more caps now, apparently, too, because now the next hold is held up. So maybe I will let him have one of mine and take his if his works. But actually, oh, I can't. The box isn't out here. All right, anyway, I'm all over the place. Thanks for joining, everybody. Thanks for interacting, Boat and Bam. I really appreciate it. You keep the channel alive, man. I like having some dialogue. So, um, from everybody at Breadboard Studios headquarters, thank you for joining, and I'll see you guys again. We'll do this in a day or two. We'll finish this one up. So, deuces. Bye bye. See you again. Thank you.